Welcome to this News Desk live from New York City in the early hours of May 8th. As the smoke from Operation Synindor still lingered, Pakistan launched a desperate and reckless attempt to retaliate. Pakistan targeted multiple areas across the northern and western sectors. That included Awantipura, Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar in Punjab and Rajasthan, but India was ready. Every incoming threat was neutralized, intercepted mid-air by the Indian Integrated Counter-UAS Grid and Air Defense Network. Not a single target was hit. Earlier this morning, the Akashteer system was activated. The Akashteer system is India's very own indigenous Iron Dome that successfully thwarted incoming Pakistani projectiles. Split-second reactions are critical in high-stake air defense. Akashteer's fully automated data processing eliminates the need for manual data entry, saving valuable time that can mean the difference between neutralizing or missing a fast-moving aerial threat. Earlier in the day, as dawn broke, India struck back, not badly, but with a clinical precision. Air defense radars inside Pakistan, including a major system near Lahore, were identified and neutralized. India's message is unmistakable. Respond in kind, stay within the domain, and expect a proportionate blow. New Delhi asserts that Operation Synindor is a focused counter-terror campaign. India is making it clear. Military targets have been avoided, civilian casualties were prevented. But Pakistan chose to ignore that restraint, and now it faces the consequences. Speaking at a conclave, Indian Defense Minister Ranjit Singh praised the valor of Indian armed forces and announced that a large number of terrorists have been killed in Operation Synindor. Take a listen.
प्रेसिजन के साथ, जिस प्रेसिजन के साथ यानी जिस सटीकता के साथ ऑपरेशन सिंदूर एग्जीक्यूट किया गया, वह अनइमेजिनेबल है, बहुत ही सराहनीय है। इसमें 9 टेररिस्ट कैंप्स तबाह हुए और अच्छी खासी संख्या में आतंकी मारे गए।
The Indian Armed Forces remain committed to non-escalation, but let there be no mistake, if provoked, India will strike back hard and with a purpose. For more on this, we are joined on the line by our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhan Sibal. Sidhan, you were at the joint presser of Indian military and the Foreign Ministry. Can you share some of the main highlights with us?
Pakistan is also home to a very large number of UN proscribed as well as UN proscribed terrorists, as well as terrorists proscribed by a number of other governments in the world, including, of course, the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, as well as their leaders, Masood Azhar and Hafiz Mohammed Saeed.
For Foreign Affairs, Sidhan Sibal soon, but we are now joined live by our special correspondent Idris Lone from Srinagar. Idris, can you share the latest on the ceasefire violation by Pakistan, which has claimed the lives of 16 Indian civilians?
Well, Susan, there has been an escalation by the Pakistani army on the line of control as well as on the international border. We've seen not only in the northern part of Kashmir, but Jammu division also, that Pakistan army not only resorting to the small arms fire, but also to massive artillery, and not only targeting the Indian Armed Forces installations, but also the civilian population. We've seen in the Poonch district 16 people have been killed so far, while as around 60 people have been injured in various locations across the line of control and international border. In Kupwara, we saw massive damage to the houses that are close to the line of control, which were targeted by the Pakistan Army with mortar shelling. And on the other hand, there were ceasefire violations at 4 places today from the Pakistani side. Thankfully, there wasn't any ceasefire violation on the Punch border, where we saw massive damage to the properties of the civilians yesterday. But today it was in Baramulla, Uri, Kupwara as well as Akhnur sector of the Jammu division. The Indian armed forces have been responding to all the ceasefire violations from across the border. We also saw how the Indian armed forces carried out those attacks with the help of the drones today, and also damaged one of the air systems of defense systems of the Pakistan Army in Lahore. So what we have seen on the border is basically escalation by the Pakistan Army, which is being responded by the Indian military all across. There were around 15 attacks that Pakistan Army was intending to attack at least 15 locations in different cities across the northern and west India, and all of them were thwarted, were foiled by the Indian security system.
Idris, thank you so much for that update. We'll be in touch with you, of course, and please do stay safe. That was our special correspondent, Idris Sloan, joining us live from Synindor with the latest. Okay, for now, we are joined by retired Lieutenant General Dr. Rakesh Sharma. Thank you so much, Lieutenant, for joining us on WION. How do you see India's retaliatory strikes against Pakistan's fresh aggression?
Thank you for inviting me, Susan. The strikes of Pakistan were actually anticipated. If you consider the targets that they can find, they won't find any terrorist camps here, so they have to hit some kind of a military institution. So all the places, 15 that the Pakistanis hit, were attempted to hit, were airfields, starting from Avantipura right up to Bhuj. And we would have catered for an integrated, networked sensor shooter loop for the air defense systems to protect ourselves from the threat of missiles and UAVs. And this has been done. It's not one system S-400, but there are many Akashteer, many other systems all integrated together. So we were able to protect ourselves because we understood that a response might come and we planned for it. To respond to the Pakistan's, threat, we had a variety of systems we would have used. The drones, which are maybe Harop, which is the Israeli drone, which has got electro-optical seeker, and some missiles. All these things, what has been utilized has not been clarified as yet. Rightly so, because there is an operation in progress. And we were able to achieve a major success in some places, like, for example, Lahore. The drone was able to reach Lahore and actually target the HQ-9 air defense system of Pakistanis and destroy it or neutralize it. There was a drone which also reached close to the garrison city called Rawalpindi, where the headquarters of Pakistan Army is located. And it reached it. It was later on probably hit, and it actually crashed into the Rawalpindi cricket ground where a match was to be held. So to reach there itself, Rawalpindi, which is a garrison city, is a great credit to Indian prowess. And of course, we also reached Karachi, which is also significant. So there are, as for Pakistan ISPR, there were 12-watt drones which were used by India, but this has not been clarified by the Indian side, including the cities that we targeted or the military installations that we targeted. But I'm sure that the targets were well thought about, well planned, and well executed. What is the success story of the Indian strikes is, except for Lahore, it is available, but other places it's not so evident as yet. And I think it will be clarified in a few days.
Also, can you share how Lahore in Pakistan, as you alluded to, is now defenseless with its missile defense system neutralized by Indian forces?
I don't think we should consider that Lahore, which has been, where the air defense system has been hit, is defenseless. Pakistan would have the capacities to move alternative systems and occupy Lahore to fill up the voids. And this is normally done whenever it happens, a thing like this happens. They would readjust the systems in a way. Lahore is a very major city for Pakistan. It's one of the key cities. And by now, it should be imagined that they would have brought the other system inside Lahore and protected themselves. Has also learned from the mistake of yesterday night as to where they were not able to stop the Indian onslaught, and they would be better prepared next time. So, considering the normal military way of functioning, it should be deemed that Lahore is already being protected in a manner that it was protected earlier, and they would have filled in the void.
Very interesting. Thank you for that sobering analysis, Dr. Sharma. I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.
Thank you, Susan.